What's up, guys? Jangles here. Welcome to another episode of Modded Minecraft. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. I'm been busy all day, but it's cool. It's time to sit down and play some Minecraft. So let's take a look. I did some stuff. I've done some stuff since the last episode. Not a whole lot down here. I actually went exploring, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a minute. But I did a lot of mining. There's a lot of caves underneath here, and I spent several hours just mining, and so as you can see, I've got lots of stuff now. I actually ran into 4 Endermen along the process, so I ended up having enough to make one of these. As you can see, this is that's the recipe. It requires gold nuggets and whatnot, but yeah, I've got several ender pearls. I'll actually show you what this does real quick if you don't know. This is a really awesome item, and you'll understand why I wanted it as soon as I get to my horse. I think it works on horses. So, boop, just like that. If you look at it now, it says horse. This will actually carry my horse in my inventory, and if I right click again, boom, place it. This makes it so that I can go across the ocean with my horse. So that's cool. We'll actually put it. Oh, no. Oh goodness, gotta be careful. Don't want my first horse to die. So the main thing that's interesting is if you actually look at the map here, you'll see that I was trying to kind of map up the ocean with my boat. And I went all up here north and saw that there's land all around there, and then started to go south. I decided not to go west very much, so I went east, got this little cove over here, and then I went through this little channel, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. You know, I'll be able to use my boat. And I went all around here, and you know, if you see in the center, there's a roguelike dungeon, and then also right here in the center, there's a roguelike dungeon. And then there's a witch hut in the center right there, that square, that wood square. So what happened was, sometimes when I'm at roguelike dungeons, my game will freak out every now and then. Basically, it'll go from 60 frames, and then it'll drop down to 19 for a second, and then pop back up to 50 or 60. And so basically what happened was, as I was exploring, I loaded 2 roguelikes. I think that's what happened. And when I was on my way back, and I got to right about where that slime island is, my game was just like struggling. So I you know, unmounted my boat, turned it back into normal blocks, and then saved the game and quit, and then came back, and my boat disappeared. So I don't know if my game freaked out and just didn't save it. I definitely unmounted it and then uncompiled it or whatever it is to turn it back into stationary blocks. But it's gone, so we'll have to rebuild it. That's okay. I don't know if it was Archimedes ships that freaked the game out or if it was roguelikes. I think I'm going to go into the configuration file and change the frequency at which roguelike dungeons spawn, because, man, that was no bueno. But as you can see, one thing that I've got a lot of from my adventures is these oreberry bushes. I've got freaking 64, oh gosh, a stack and a half of aluminum ones. I've got some essence ones. These give you XP. See, that's pretty cool. Those come from the essence berry bushes. I've got 20 of those. That'll be a cool way to get experience later. Let's see. I'll be able to use some blood magic with those and get some pretty cool automated farms. Hopefully, you can see in here I've got some gold ones. Basically, the way these work, the iron ones. Let's see, I've got some in here. These are from Tinker's Construct. The iron ones. Let's get these gold ones here. Right here are actually craftable into an ingot, kind of like nuggets. So that's awesome. However, the other ones are not. But if you smelt them, I'm smelting some charcoal right now. If you smelt them like this, is that going to count it? It turns into nuggets, and then you can use the nuggets to make ingots. So it's a pretty cool automated way to get yourself a bunch of nuggets. Pretty neat. Let's put this charcoal in here. I was trying to farm charcoal. I don't know why. I've got tons of coal, but why not? So anyways, as you can see, I've been busy. I took my enchant table and have been enchanting everything with like low level enchants. But today, guys, today we're gonna get started on Botania. Yeah, that's right. Botania is pretty cool for early game, in my opinion. It's a neat mod. It's new. It's from Vasky, I think, the guy who did the oh gosh, the Thaumcraft add-on. I can't remember what the name of it was. I'll remember and I'll tell you guys in a minute. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to craft ourselves a Botania book, check out what we need. So all you need to do for that is grab yourself. Don't grab those, but I will eat them. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Grab yourself a book. Any book? Where are my books? Books over here. Oh, as you can see, I found a couple more dungeons when I was Ooh, Builder's Wand. This will be handy, and also this Witch's Hand will be handy. But we'll get to those when we get to those. But yeah, I found a couple more dungeons as I was exploring. So you need a book and any kind of sapling. So let's just go with an oak sapling. There we go. Sapling, book, Lexia, Botania. There we go. This is a neat, in my opinion, this is one of the neatest books for mods. Not because of the layout, but if you watch it, as you open it, it opens. That's so cool. So this is a book. You need to get around to it. So I think what we're going to start with, let's go back, is generating flora. Where is it? We need functioning flora. We need the lily. Where is the lily at? Basically this whole mod, if you see all these flowers around here, like this orange one that says mystical orange flower, and this pink one, mystical pink flower. This mod is all about flowers and visual magic. There's no, other than this book, there's no interfaces for anything. You throw things into pedestals and you watch the stuff happen. Oh, this is a cool thing actually. If you hover over anything from the mod while you have the book, it'll tell you right there if you read it. If you shift right click, it automatically opens the page to something related to that info. So that's really cool. So I'm going to figure out what we need to get started, and then we will be right back. All right, so I've been around the island gathering some flowers in preparation. So let's actually put some of the excess in here. So what you need is, depending on what you're doing, obviously the book will tell you which kind of petals you need. All these flowers that you see kind of spread around, they all craft into 2 mystic petals. So the recipes, we're gonna need to sleep soon. The recipes in this book pretty much tell you what you need to do. So let's see. The first thing that we want to get is this. Where is it? Basics, pure daisy, because the pure daisy is a really cool flower that allows you to craft living wood and living rock. You basically surround it by things. The pure daisy, you need living wood or living stone and living wood to do a lot of cool things. But basically, you need this to craft it right here. This apothecary and then some mystical white petals. So this is the recipe for the apothecary. We're gonna make one real quick. Let's just grab one of these random ones here. Let's get some of that, and then it's 2 slabs, and then I think it was like that. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually sleep away the baddies. For those of you who are wondering how I actually got this chest here instead of it being on my boat and vanishing, I had actually moved it here before. Let me show you how I did that. I have a mod installed called Chest Mover Mod. It lets you craft, or I guess Chest Transporter. It lets you craft this. Super easy to craft. And then with this, you can pick up any chest. Now, it gives you slowness, a negative jump boost, mining fatigue, and hunger. So you actually can't even jump up 1 block with this. If I was to try to, let me show you. If I was to try to jump up this, I couldn't do it. So you have to have kind of planned out where you're going. But it's pretty cool. It allows you to transport chests around. So that's awesome. So that's how I did that. Anyways, let's go. We're going to need to grab some water, and then we'll be able to plunk our apothecary down and get started. So let's go snag some water down here. I think I have an idea of where I want to, we should probably make an infinite source. I will do that in a little bit. I have an idea of where I want to put this, I think. For now, I may move it. I need to get busy on building my house, but we'll get around to that. So I think I want to put it in this little area for now. So this is the way this thing works. Actually, let me build an infinite source right here, just for the time being. Ah, much better. See? Haha. All right, so let's take a look at this recipe for the daisies, what we wanted, wasn't it? So let's go back. There we go. So four petals, 4 white petals, and we get a pure daisy. So I actually got enough to do 2 of these things, and I think I'm going to. So the way crafting with this thing works is you need seeds, you need a water bucket, and you need the petals. So if we put 1, we just throw them in with Q. 4? Oop, I think I'm putting too many in. How many was it? Was it 4? I forgot instantly. It is 4, so I did not get enough. I did get enough. All right, so once you've got them swimming around there, you see these sparklies going up. If you throw some seeds in, blam. Get yourself a pure daisy. I'm gonna go ahead and make another one. You have to refill the water, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we put our seeds in, blam, just like that. Isn't that cool? That's how this mod works, guys. Everything is done in the world for the most part. I'm pretty sure everything's just graphically visible. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look at what this flower does. Shut up, sheep. So as you notice, I have some stone and some wood in my inventory. So let's see. Let's place this one here. So if I put this stone around this, and I put this wood around this, oh, that's gonna bother me. There we go. And then I wait a little while. As you'll see, this will eventually turn into a different thing. This stone will transmute into living rock, I think it's called, and this wood will transmute into living wood, which are all important things for the mod. You need them to craft stuff later on, which we'll get into pretty soon. All right, so what's the next thing we're gonna make? Oh my goodness, the sheep is so loud. Let me actually, since it is 172, I can, oh, beautiful. This is beautiful. There we go. I forgot I could do that. All right, so let's go back. The next thing we wanted to do was start generating some mana. And to do that, go to generating flora. There's a bunch of different kind of flowers that generate mana. Mana is the power source of this mod. The very first one you have to start with is Daybloom. As far as I'm aware, every other generating flower requires mana to start, so you need this. And what I mean is, if you notice under Daybloom for the recipe, it's just mystical flowers. If you go to any of the other ones, you'll see that at least some of them will be mana petals. See that? Mana petal and then red petal. So basically, to get mana petals, you need mana. And so the first way of generating mana, oh, there we go. That's exactly what I was talking about, guys. You see, that's living rock and living wood generating right there. Awesome. Oh, broke my daisy. Isn't that cool? That's pretty much how this mod works, guys. Everything is just done in the world. So let's go ahead and make some more. It's pretty awesome. You get 8 at a time. I don't have an axe. I'll get the axe. I don't know what it is with me, guys. This is the second episode that I've forgotten my axe. Goodness gracious. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more wood placed here for the next batch of living wood. Now, there are a couple things you need to craft with the living wood. Like this right here, for instance, is a super important item, living wood twig. You can use that for other things. I'm pretty sure it uses. We need it to make a wand of the forest, which we'll get to in a little bit. The stone, however, I need to make a crafting table while I'm out here. I might as well. So we have somewhere to put this stuff. I'm only kind of treating this episode as a somewhat small tutorial. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not really well versed in this mod, but I figured a lot of you probably haven't messed with it yet. It's kind of new, so I figured I would kind of tell you what I've learned so far. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I really like the feel of the mod, so we're going to do that. If you guys don't like the tutorial kind of setup with this, let me know, and I'll just play and then tell you guys what I do. But I wanted to kind of share the new things about this mod as I was doing it, because it is very new, not only to most of Minecraft, but it's also new to me. So I'm also kind of learning as I go, and I figured you could learn with me, and that would be fun. All right, so we wanted to get some generating flora. We wanted to get some Daybloom right here. So what we need is same kind of thing with the apothecary. 1 orange, 1 light blue, and 2 yellow. So for this, I got 14 light blues. Wow, that's way more than I needed. And 30 yellows. That is way more than I needed. So that's, wow, that's almost enough to actually make that many. Okay, so if we do, oops, 1, 2, is that, there we go. That math is probably close to right or something. So we put this in here. Okay, that's already there. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds. Nice. So basically, oh, Jesus. Didn't mean to do that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, and then seeds. And then there you go. So that is your Daybloom. What Dayblooms do is if you put them down, they will start generating mana, and you actually will need the rod of the whatever it was I showed you, you could make the Wand of the Forest to be able to see how much mana they're generating. They generate a very small amount, and they generate very slowly, but they generate with the sun, right? So you need them to get your first mana creation going. And basically what you do is you'll craft, where is it? There we go. A mana pool, just like that. And they will send the mana to the mana pool. However, I think you need a transmitter first as well. So you get a mana pool, just like this. We'll set it up. Let's see. This is all temporary, guys. I'm going to move this stuff around. I'm just kind of getting an infrastructure set up first. This mod is super cool early on. You can make some really cool items, constructs in the world, and really cool baubles. If you're not familiar with what baubles is, we'll be getting into that hopefully by the end of this episode, maybe next episode. All right, so you'll see we can't tell anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of, we're actually going to grab this one. Yeah, we'll just do, no, let's do black. I like the color black. So what we'll do is we'll take our black there, and do we need 2 of these? We need 3 of them. Okay, there we go. So do that, 1, 2, 3, and then you take your petals. Any colors that you set there, guys, you can actually tell, like that changes it. So this is a purple wand and a black wand, but so you can customize it to however you want. I prefer this. So this actually lets us see. Go ahead and cut this up. I need more of the stone for what we're going to be doing. Kind of have to micromanage it at first. I don't know that there's a way to automate this unless you're using a mod that allows you to automate placing and breaking of blocks, which I think I can do from random things, but we won't worry about that. All right, let me go ahead and get these placed as well, and then I'll try not to do too much of this on camera. All right, so with this wand right here, you can right click and actually see that they're full, and this is empty. So what we need to do is make a mana spreader. So let's distributor, no, spreader. What's the recipe for that? Maybe I need to look it up. Mana spreader. Ah, it's wood. There we go. Just like this. Wood and gold. So we have to go get some gold anyways. So I will be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and did a bunch of this crafting off camera just because I didn't grab the seeds I need. Can I get some? No, we gotta go grab some seeds. I went ahead and did a lot of crafting off camera. As you can see, I've got 17. I'm trying to work at getting 18. I think in the world that I played with this mod, the first world I ever played with this mod, which was, I guess, like a week ago, I only had 9 of them, and it was very slow. So I'm trying to make 18 this time. So let's see here. I got some gold. There we go. 18. Nice. So I just cooked up some of my nuggets and then cooked up 1 piece of gold. I've been farming, as you can see, the wood and the stone while I was doing it, just to make sure I got enough. So I think we need, let's see, let's just use cyan. I think we just needed 1. The other thing about these blocks is they look great. You know, I mean, even you can, I think you can craft, yeah, decoration blocks with them. So that's really cool. Might be using that in a build in the future. Who knows? So I think it was like this. We're going to want 2 of them, actually. Piece of gold and a petal. Flip that. Put it there. There we go. All right. I knew it was something like that. There we go. 2 spreaders. So basically, the way this works is you get out of here. You get out of here. So let's put down our flowers. Oh, let's do this. All right. So let's put 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. And then we'll put 1 spreader here. Let's actually move this so it's more in a direct line of sight. This mod can be kind of, let's move these so they're like this. There we go. I wonder if all of these will transmit if I put just 1 down. Let's try this. Let's just see. I don't know what the range on these spreaders are. Basically, the job of the spreader is to collect all the mana from these guys. Is that 6? That's an even number. That's going to drive me nuts. I'll have to fix that. To send all the mana from these guys to something. And if we put, in its line of sight, we put this guy, you'll see it just sent some mana there. Now, you can see it building up mana, and then it'll send it. So I can actually see where it's aiming, if you see the little sparkles, while holding this thing, right? If I take this away, you can't see it until it actually ships some mana over, which it'll do like just then. So I can go around and test to see if all these guys are depleted by right-clicking on them. And you can see the bar is all empty, so that means all of these are sending mana to this guy. This guy's filling up nice and easy. Let's actually make some more then. That'll be great. We need to go get some more seeds. We can make a few more, and we'll have it coming up quickly. It'll be awesome. Because you can eventually make a bunch of different types of generating seeds that are better. I have plans of using a connection between this mod and blood magic to have a pretty good generation. Can we get seeds? Let's just grab that many. Maybe. We can do some more farming. Because there's a ritual in blood magic that allows you to generate lava, and there are a couple flowers that generate a lot of energy from lava. So I've actually found that if you have 3 of the flowers, you max out the amount that this guy can send efficiently. So you can actually have 3 here with a lava thing, and then 3 over here. It's pretty cool. I'll actually look through the book real quick and show you guys all the generating flowers. Here they are. You got Daybloom, which basically is the one that I just made. Endoflame, which works with like coal, I think. Is it coal? It is. It works with coal and like blocks of coal and stuff like that. Hydrangeas work with water. I think they suck up the source block. Munchdew. I've never actually used this one. By using the Munchdew, any leaves near the flower will be munched up. So it eats leaves and stuff. Interesting. Nightshade, I think, does the same thing as Daybloom, but works during night. So if you want to have a balanced farm and just have, pure solar energy, you can have Daybloom and then Nightbloom or Nightshade and have it kind of balanced out. Rosa Arcana uses experience points. No, thank you. Thermalily. This is the one we're looking to get. It generates really quickly and it uses lava. So we'll eventually work at getting that. But for now, I think we're going to grab 3 more of these guys real quick. Oh, geez. What am I doing? Failing to click. We good now? All right, we're good. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Do that. Just 1 more, I think, is what we need. There we go. So now we'll have an even number, so those of you who are OCD like me won't be driven crazy by this. But as you saw earlier, some of the recipes need... Let's even go back and show you guys an example. Endoflame, for instance, needs the mana petals. So how you get mana petals? Let's just show you how to get the red ones here, since it actually needed red ones. So, as you can see with this thing, there's a really small bar filling up. You can chuck certain items in here, and they'll return differently. That right there turns back as a mana petal. So you need the Dayblooms to get started before you can make anything really neat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time off camera, do a little bit of playing around with this, and we're going to try to get ourselves a couple of really neat items so I can show you guys why this mod is pretty good early on, and then we'll be back. We'll be back to check that out once I spend some time, waiting for this to generate. I might build a couple of other generating flora to help it out, but we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so it's been like an hour, I think. It's been a while, but let's see. I've done some stuff. Let me show you guys. First of all, I realized one of the things I wanted to make required leather, so I went on a little trip down all the way down to these plains where I remembered there were cows, and I killed a few, and then it was actually, it was all the way down to these plains down here by the dungeon we were doing, and then as I was boating back up, I hit this peninsula right south of my base, just right in the center of the screen. Happens to be a bunch of cows there, so I got motivated and grabbed the golden lasso. There were also chickens there, and so I went ahead and grabbed... There's plenty of sheep on the island, so I don't need them. There's some pigs I might get eventually, but I went ahead and grabbed a couple of cows and a couple of chickens, and I will move them later and set up a farm. We should probably grab some seeds, because we'll need those. I'll do it later. Is it about to be nighttime? It's not. So anyways, one of the things I wanted to make needed that. I also made some endoflames. I think that's what they're called. We'll see in a second. I think I made more than I needed. Let's see how this guy's doing. Ooh, he's doing pretty good. But I mean, a good bit of time's passed. Although these are the ones that use fuel, and I filled them all up once, and haven't actually looked at them since. So let's look at how you actually fuel those things, and then we will look into crafting the items that I want to craft. So I choose to use coal blocks just because it's like having 9 coal. So basically what you do is you throw it on the ground, and you can see they're all pretty normal. One of them will pick it up, and then we'll start to make this kind of smoldering fire thing. And so when it picks it up, that means that it's using it. So let's actually see how 6 does. You can throw it there however you want, and they'll just get picked up, and it'll randomly be 6 of them. So what I try to watch for is the mana spreader always being able to get rid of its mana. You can see there, that means it's using it efficiently. So let's try one more. Once you can hit like a cap where the mana spreader will stay full. Basically, once it stays full, looks like we're climbing up here. So 7 might be the cap for these things. Basically, it'll stay full, and then it won't be able to use anymore. So 7 might actually be as many as you need. One other thing I did real quick before we craft stuff, just to show you guys this cool item. I realized that I was doing a lot of crafting around here in my armor, and I didn't need it. So I made an armor stand from Bibliocraft, and if I shift right click, I put all my armor on, take it off. I put a lever underneath it, so if it's got redstone power, then you can shift right click it, and it'll take all your armor off. And you can actually hot swap gear, so that's nice. So let's look into buying or building. Yeah, see that's max. So I don't need any more than 7. So I could probably have another one here and have 7. But anyways, let's look at what we want to get into. So if we open our Lexicon Botania, we got baubles and accessories here. So the first thing that I want to make is the ring of magnetization. This is a really cool thing. Basically, it's a crafting recipe. Mana steel. The way you get mana steel is simple as throwing iron in. There. So we need 4. I think we needed 4. Just like that. Let's go sleep real quick. Make sure that it's morning, so there's no bad guys. I need to eventually try to get a magnum torch so that I won't have to do that. But for now, it's okay. So I think we're going to need a couple more, actually, if we look at the recipe. Let's see. So we need 4 there, and then for the mana lens, we need 1 iron, 1 gold, and then this thing, which is 4 more. Okay, so we need 4 more iron, or mana steel. You can actually make armor out of this too, and it's pretty cool if you have a mana tablet, which is one of these things right here. If you can see the text popping up, basically it's like a battery that holds mana. If you have one of those in your inventory and you're wearing mana steel armor, it'll like repair itself from the mana. So that's pretty cool. So we need this. You can also make tools, as you just saw some shears pop up. You can make all kinds of tools over here. You can see them on the right. Okay, so there's that. Next thing we need is this with gold and iron, I think. There we go. Mana lens, and then blam, ring of magnetization. Now, what does this do? So let me see what. Trying not to starve to death. Let me see what I have my. Where is options, controls, my baubles hotkey. Where is it? Should be. There we go. Baubles inventory is B. Okay, defaults to B. So this is Baubles. This is an add-on from Thaumcraft, but Botania has decided to make use of it. It gives you a couple of slots, like a belt, rings, and a pendant. So if I put this on, it's working now. Basically, items will magnetize to me, and I'll pick them up. So if I break this, it'll come right to me. Break this, it'll come right to me. Pretty handy. To be honest, and if you hold shift, nothing. If I let go of shift, comes right to me. So that's pretty awesome. That's one of the first items that I like to make just because it's super useful for when you're mining or in the nether, getting glowstone, etc. Next thing we're going to look into making is the Sojourner's Sash. Now this is a pretty cool item. It's got a little bit more involved. As you can see, we'll need 1 more mana steel ingot, so let's go ahead and I think we're actually going to need 3, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh yeah, you have to hold shift while you're in this thing. Okay, so we've got that. So 3 mana steel ingots. We're actually going to have to craft a whole new thing. As you can see here, we need runes. So if we shift click here, it says that we need a runic altar. So we got to do that, and that requires some living rock and then a mana pearl or a mana diamond. I haven't found any diamonds yet, so we're sacrificing one of our amazing ender pearls to do this, and then we're going to grab. My phone went off. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to grab some living rock from here. And go over here, and we're gonna craft it just like this. Mana pearl. There we go. We got a runic altar. Now, runic altars have to be powered from a mana pool. But so we'll put this here, and you'll need a wand of the forest in order to do this. Now, to send mana from a mana pool, I think you need. Let's see. Let's go into the Lexica Botania and see if we can figure out what you're gonna need. You might say it in here. Does not. All right, mana spreader. There we go. So is it just another one of these? I think we just need a mana spreader. So let's. So we're gonna need to get some more gold. So let me get that. I'll be right back, guys, and we'll check out how you send power to this and what this thing can do. All right, so as you can see, I've got the mana spreader in my inventory. I went ahead and crafted it. Now, if we link it to this, it will fill up and be prepared. See, it says, if you actually hover over, you can see what it's kind of pointed at. So this guy is pointed at the mana pool, runic altar. So basically, this should take mana from here, because it filled up. You can see it's got a full green bar. It filled up from there. I think you just need to put it adjacent to the mana pool, and it will send power to this when it's needed. So let's go back to the Sojourner's Sash. So let's look at making the Rune of Earth first. So what we'll need to do is mana steel, stone, dirt, and mushroom. So how this works is you take your stone, your dirt, your mana steel, your mushroom, and then you're actually going to need some living rock and your wand of the forest. So we right click with the dirt, right click with the stone, right click with that, and right click with that. That's all 4 ingredients. Then you give it a whack with your wand of the forest. You'll see it gets some power, and then you'll know it's done when you start seeing lightning, I'm pretty sure. So it's draining some power. Decent amount, actually. Is it still going? There we go. See the lightning? Looks pretty. When you see that lightning start popping up, throw, oh, I need to hold shift. You throw one of these on top. Gosh, I'm terrible at it. Grab this again. Throw one of these on top of there. Might have to actually take my ring off and then whack it. There you go. So a little complicated because I have my bobble ring on. I'm actually going to take that off for now. But you throw a living rock on it. So we'll go ahead and do another one to make that a little more clear. So the next one we're going to need is, let's go back. Rune of Air, which is a carrot, feather, mana steel, and carpet. So I've got all those ingredients. I went ahead and grabbed them. Put that there. Is it mana steel? Where's the carpet? There we go. All right. So we need carpet, mana steel, carrot, feather, whack it. It'll give some juice from over here. We seem to have pretty good amount of mana there. I might throw a couple more coal blocks over there. It's using a good bit of coal, though. I want to say I've used 3 stacks of coal already. So they don't come cheap. I mean, that's, as you can see, it's only like a fifth, sixth of the way, maybe. And these guys have been going nonstop because I've been sleeping every night. So, all right. So I think we've got some lightning going on here. We'll throw this there, give it a whack, and sometimes it'll pick it up like that and kind of attach it to it. I don't know why. It's floating around as if I right-clicked on it. I didn't. You can just break it, place it back down, and you'll get it. Okay, so for the Sojourner's Sash, the last of this, let's see, we're almost there. We're in the final stretch. 4 leather. It's just a crafting recipe, it looks like. So if we just go over to a crafting table. There we go, and we place, what was that? That, okay. So it's air in the bottom right there, this, and then 4 leather, we get the Sojourner's Sash. So now, in our bubbles inventory, we can put that on our waist and put this on our ring, and then we should get a speed boost. Look at that, we're a lot faster. We walk up 1 step blocks. We have a jump boost, so I think we can jump 2 blocks. We can, so that's awesome. Jump 2 blocks right there. Like I said, you walk up one block inclines, which is super useful. That's awesome. I think we take less fall damage. Yeah, look at that. So if I jump from here, that's 1. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks there. No fall damage. Let's try 5. Half a heart at 5. So we got a lot better fall damage, fall protection. So that's awesome. I think that the next thing I'm going to craft, I think I'm going to end up doing it off camera because I think this episode's run a little bit longer than I would like. But that's all. It's all good and fun when we're having fun. Is the where is it? The Pyroclast pendant. This is an item that'll be really handy for when we first go to the Nether. It'll make me immune to fire and lava damage. That'll be great. I don't think it's too complicated. A rune of the summer, which is 2 other runes, so that it's getting a little bit complicated, but not too bad. Rune of fire. We do have to kill a blaze first, as it seems. We don't have any blaze rods, so I don't know if there's any way with the mods I have installed to get a blaze rod. Does not seem so. So I'm going to do that, and then once we actually get some blaze rods, the second coolest thing that I will be doing is, if we look back at natural apparatus, alchemizing with mana. So if you create this thing, this alchemy catalyst, say it's a little expensive. It's not too bad. 2 brewing stands and a mana pearl. You place that actually underneath your mana pool. You can transmute items. So you can turn rotten flesh into leather with the use of mana. You can turn oak into you can transmute between the wood types, all kinds of stuff. The sapling types, which will be super handy for when I'm trying to get started with witchery and a little low. You can return glowstone blocks back into 4 glowstone, quartz blocks into nether quartz, all the stone types, vines, fish types, all this stuff, guys. Ooh, you can do that. Name tags, string. This is a really good one to have. A lot of stuff, really awesome. So I'm gonna sleep real quick, and then I think that I think this has been a pretty good episode. I've enjoyed messing around with Botania. I think it'll come in handy. There's a couple of things that I'm gonna really love having around. Like if I look at functional flora, there's a flower here. Which one is it? I think it's the let's see if I can find this. Fallen Canard. This guy right here applies regen to people near it. It's actually regen 3. It's super powerful. When I get started with blood magic, I'll go ahead and tell you guys up front that I have played with blood magic about 3 times in my own playthroughs that I have not recorded, and each of those times I've gone through it vanilla style. No other mods that make it faster, and it was great. I enjoyed it, but it is a huge time consuming mod. I'll say that much. So for the sake of the Let's Play, me being able to do more and record more and have more fun with you guys, I'll probably be using the Canard, even though it's a little cheaty, just because I've done it before, and I think it'll make my life a little bit easier. And if my life's a little bit easier, your life's a little bit easier. We all have a good time. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe if you have not. And stay tuned for more. My name is Jangles. I'll see you guys later. Bye.